Hello, great people. One of the features of the constitutional democracy Nigeria practice is the rule of law, which means that no man is above the law, everyone is equal before the law. But is that the case in Nigeria? I need you to watch this video, then we come back for some great discussion. Let's watch it.
Many people they ask if Tompolo is above the law. And yes, Tompolo is above the law. And I'll give you two logical reasons why it's above the law. Now, for me, I grew up in Bayelsa State, and my mom is from Bayelsa too as well. So I'm not going to tell you from what I hear. I go tell you from what I experience. Tompolo is his own government, and let me explain that word to you. Tompolo is an order keeper. That means that if Tompolo dies by himself today, Tompolo, the driver, for example, now in gas then die, federal government will be in problem. If Tompolo should sick and die, the government is also going to be in problem, because the truth is that Tompolo is the one that makes sure that the oil keeps flowing in the Niger Delta. Understand? Tompolo is the one that makes sure that those Niger Delta youths, they are not agitated, they are calm, they make sure the company do their work. Tompolo is an order keeper in Niger Delta. So if Tompolo should die today, natural death, so if anybody kill him, don't say federal government kill him. Just the power tussle for who go take in place. At least oil goes up to the flow first. At least some kind of companies go shut down. Some kind of pipeline go shut down first on a standstill. You understand me? So Tompolo is an order keeper. And the people in Nigeria, they don't see Tompolo as a criminal. They see him as a freedom fighter. You understand? And what that means is that he's fighting for his people to get their rights. The companies came in, they were collecting oil, and they were keeping the people poor. So Tompolo was fighting, using violence to make sure that the people get their own fair share. All those contracts they give Tompolo, all those millions of dollars they give him, right? All those money where he so. Majority of those monies don't go to him alone. At most, now 5% of that money in the account. 5% only. The main 5% is shared to different generals, different youth committees, different communities, and so on and so forth. All this money they go to him directly. So that's why the youth in Niger Delta, they are calm, and they make sure that, okay, production can go on. You understand? That's number one reason. Number two reason why he is untouchable is because of the terrain. You understand? Look at somebody like Nnamdi Kanu, for example, now. He's the hero of the Southeast, right? But it is easy for the government to send military into the South. The Southeast is mostly land. You understand? But you see, Niger Delta is mostly water. Salt, swampy water. You understand? And military does not understand how to navigate that kind of terrain. It is very, very hard for them to navigate. The terrain is very, 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 very difficult. It is only the boys that grow up there that know how to navigate that terrain. So if you send in military men, like sending like 100, if even 10 of them survive and say come out there, it's even that luck. Because those boys will ambush them, set up traps for them, and they will not be able to come out. The terrain is very, very hard to navigate. That's the second reason. There's too much water, too much swamp, too much swampy forest, and so on and so forth. Those two reasons are the reasons why it is hard. So for the federal government to say they want to go and arrest this man or go and kill him or anything like that, right? It's going to hurt them more, because taking him out will most likely stop production, you understand, of oil. And it will most likely halt a lot of things, and it will most likely cause chaos, because they are taking out the order keeper of the Niger Delta. Him and people like Asari, they are very, very influential. There are other generals in Bayelsa and in Warri, but these are the two ones that are very popular and very influential, Asari and Tompolo. So killing these people is not going to solve anything. It will cause more problem, because you are keeping a leadership vacuum, and that leadership vacuum will cause problems. You understand? So that is the power of Tompolo. So when he says above the law, my brother, he's somehow above the law. You just understand that one, because he's an order keeper.
There you have it. You just heard the man's submission as regards Tompolo, and you heard him loud and clear when he said that Tompolo is above the law. If you are wondering what prompted the man to make that particular video, well, it is as regards Tompolo's alleged Naira abuse. You will recall that Nigerians were complaining that Tompolo was stepping on the Naira during a ceremony in his community. Naira notes were being sprayed, and Tompolo, while he was dancing, he was stepping on the Naira, and people have been kind of like arrested by EFCC. Some have even been charged to court for similar offense, and Nigerians have been calling on the EFCC to take action against Tompolo. So that was what prompted the man to make this particular video. But then let us watch the video just to refresh your mind as regards the scene that I just described for you as regards Tompolo abusing the Naira. Let's watch the video, then we'll come back for some great discussion. Let's watch it. There you have it. You just watched the video of Tompolo allegedly abusing the Naira. We are talking about rule of law on this episode. May I remind you that for this similar offense, public figures have been invited, investigated, some have been fined, and some have even been charged to court, including Iyabo Ojo, including Very Dark Man, including Cubana Chief Priest and crossdresser Bobrisky, and a host of other Nigerians. Now, when the EFCC chairman was confronted with Tompolo's case, here's what the EFCC chairman said. Let's watch this video, then we'll come back for some discussion. Let's watch it.
We have invited Tompolo, Nigeria. The whole Nigerians know that, and we said there is no one that is above the law. We are nobody should go and condemn Tompolo for the allegation. It's a mere allegation for now. So when it comes, we will look at it. We have subjected the video to forensic analysis because we have to do that. Because these days too, people can impose, but we have subjected it. We have invited him. Not until we conclude the case. We cannot say Tompolo is guilty or not. We must give every Nigerian fair hearing.
There you have it. You just heard the submission of the EFCC chairman. Is there rule of law in Nigeria? Is rule of law truly applicable in Nigeria? I look forward to your impression in the comment section. Now let us go back to the first video that I played for you, which is that is the man speaking the truth that Tompolo is above the law? Well, apparently so, because, well, the EFCC has not been able to apprehend Tompolo and nothing has happened to Tompolo. And is the EFCC, based on the submission of the EFCC chairman, is the EFCC or Nigerian government afraid of Tompolo? What the man said is what is how it is. But then again, it is a situation of how it is versus the ideal. So in this case, how it is that Tompolo apparently is above the law, but the ideal is that in a constitutional democracy, no one, I repeat, no one, not even the president, not even the vice president, not even the chief of army staff, the inspector general of police should be above the law. So that's how you know that what you are practicing in Nigeria is the absurd democracy, not the real kind of democracy, because in a true democracy, in a constitutional democracy, no one should be above the law. And let us look at the statement of the man in the first video. He said Tompolo is above the law. Well, is he correct? Apparently so. He said Tompolo is his own government. Is it correct? Well, apparently so. And not only Tompolo. Nigerians apparently happens to be their own government, because you'll be the one to provide electricity for yourself, because the state electricity is not reliable. You'll be the one to provide security for yourself. You have to kind of install camera, other security gadgets, just to make sure that you secure yourself. You have to put your child in public school, in private school, apologies. You have to dig borehole in your house for you to have steady water. So all what government should have been doing for you, you are doing it for yourself. So are you your own government? Apparently yes. So if he says Tompolo is his own government, well, it is not just Tompolo. Apparently Nigerians are their own government as well. He said Tompolo is an order keeper. Well, we can say yes, but then that shouldn't be the case, in the sense that government must have the monopoly of violence. If government does not have the monopoly of violence, definitely that is less of a democracy, or that government is less of a government, because the main features of a government, why government is called a government, is why government is called a government is the monopoly of violence. A government must have the monopoly of violence. But if you are relying on Tompolo to keep law and order in a community, and you have the military, you have the police, you have the DSS, you have the civil defense, The question is that why should Tompolo be an order keeper? If Nigeria had gotten his priorities right, then he said something that it's Tompolo that makes oil keep flowing. That itself again is quite absurd in the sense that you as a country, with all the apparatchik and every instrument of state at your disposal, you need to rely on one man to rein in the militant to keep the oil flowing. You can imagine that. And look at it. Saudi Aramco is relying on technology while Nigeria is using Tompolo. Other countries, the United States, other countries across the world, they are relying on technology to keep their oil flowing, to keep vandals away. Definitely Nigeria is using Tompolo, whereby it is just like a food for the boys. So instead of Nigeria to make sure that people can prosper based on their level of education, their skill acquisition, and their intellect, they are using people to make sure that oil keeps flowing rather than using technology. And he said that pipeline didn't shut down when Yaradua died, but if Tompolo dies, pipeline will shut down. Well, it is what Nigerian government has created. If pipeline had to shut down when Tompolo dies, because why? Rather than for you to build strong institutions, you are building strong men. And so long as Nigeria continue to do that, it will continue to pay for it. Now, the man spoke about the terrain. I agree with his submission as regards the terrain, because I've done a scientific research on the Niger Delta before, and you need to truly understand the terrain. And as for the EFCC chairman, I hope that his commission would not kind of like let this go just like that, just for the sake of the integrity of the commission. Even if you are not going to charge Tompolo to court, at least invite him for question, even if it is just for media show off. I wish Nigeria the best of luck, and we hope that we'll get the rule of law that it is truly essential in a constitutional democracy. It's been an interesting time with you on this episode of Politics with Dr. Omoshola. Subscribe, turn on your notification button, catch up with my past video. See you in my next video. I love you all sincerely.